We can now finally create stunning A+ content that looks visually appealing, that is consistent, and you can add any type of text that you want on it. Just take a look at some of the A+ content I've been able to create. And this is some for another coloring book. And I think this is absolutely amazing, mind blowing. And you can all do it with AI in seconds for free. So I'm going to walk you through that in this video. So make sure you watch it till the end. So to create stunning A+ content like this, there's going to be three parts to it. But the first part, what we need to do is actually start off with a prompt. So I've put it on Word to start with, and we're just going to go over to that. And if we really want to create those exceptional and consistent results, we do need a more detailed prompt. So you can see it here on the screen. Now, any part that is in brackets, you can change just to tailor to your own book. So here we have the word children's. Let's say if your book is tailored more towards adults, then you can change that. Then you can just add your book title there. And then it's important that you add the book description, as this will just allow the banner to really display the features of your book. The next part will allow you to actually create several different types of A+ content that will appeal to your audience. And there are several different types here that it will display. However, Amazon does only allow you to use 5 banners, but this just gives you more options to choose from. So first, we're going to have a hero banner. This is just going to be the main attention grabbing section at the top that will display the image and headline and communicate what the product is. Then we've also got key benefits and features that will just talk about the most advantageous and functional parts of your book. Then we've got a lifestyle scene, just showing the product in a real lifestyle setting. We've also got the inside pages preview that will allow customers to really see what the book is like inside and build trust. Then we've got the use case and versatility as well, which will just demonstrate different ways the product can be used. We've also got comparison value. So this will just position your product against alternatives. And finally, we just have a curiosity / imagination closing banner. So that will just be the final banner that will just try to spark some emotion or curiosity to ensure that the customer will want to buy the book. So you can see here that I've copied and pasted the prompt into ChatGPT. So this is the first book here that I've showed you at the start. And so I've got the title there. I've got the book's description that I've pasted in here. And then this is the rest of the prompt. And you can see what ChatGPT has produced. It's given us prompts that we can use for the A+ content. So first we have the hero banner. Then we've got the key benefits and features, and then all the other prompts that follow. And it just makes it really simple. So all you need to do is just copy and paste it into your image generation tool with the cover, and then it should produce fantastic results. So the third part is the image generation tool, and what we'll be using is Google Flow. Now this is absolutely amazing, and all you need to get set up is a Gmail account, and it's free to use. So just go onto Google, type in Google Flow, and then it'll be one of the first links there. And then all you need to do is click create with Flow. So Google Flow is really easy to use. You won't see any of these images when you start. It will all be blank. And to get started, all you need to do is come down to the bottom here. Now we've got several different options. So if you want to upload an image, you just click the plus button. If you want to add your prompt, then you can just write it in here. And if you go down here, this will actually give you different options. So you can also create the videos here, but what we want to do is just images. Then we've got different dimensions. And for the majority of my A+ content, I always use 16:9. Then you can choose the amount of image generations that you want. I usually go with 4, and then I'll just cancel it down to the images that I do actually like. And then it's Nano Banana 2 that we want to use. And you can see here, generating will use 0 credit. So essentially this is free to use. You can create as much A+ content as you need. So now we've chosen our settings. Now all we need to do is just copy and paste our prompt in. Then make sure that you upload your cover each and every single time that you use the prompt, so it's always consistent. And then you just click enter. Now I've already created the first 2 images for the hero banner, and you can see the first one just here. Again, it's very consistent with the prompt. So you can see here that it's got everything that we need. We've got the headline, Discover 101 Mind-Blowing Facts. We've also got all the benefit phrases, which this tool is perfect at. It hardly makes mistakes when adding text. And you can see another one that is created here. As I said, I usually like to create 4 and then just delete the ones that I don't like. And you can see another image here, and it's always consistent as well. You can see the font is very consistent with the front cover, so is the background. And I just think this really looks appealing to the audience, which is children, and captivating, so they want to look at the next banner. And it's the exact same process when you want to create your second banner. Just go back to ChatGPT and then just copy and paste your second prompt. And then just go back to Google Flow and just make sure each and every single time you are adding your front cover and then just paste your prompt in. And you can see two of the banners that is created here. Again, they're very consistent with the first banner, the hero banner. And that's a great thing about this prompt. It will always keep your A plus content very consistent, but each banner will create something more unique. So you can see with these ones, it really talks a little bit more about the features of the book. So we are getting those full page vibrant illustrations that is perfect for independent explorers, that it encourages curiosity and learning and easy to understand facts, which is something that every parent would want for their child. Then we can move on to the next one, which is the lifestyle banner. And that's this image here and this one here too. And this just allows the book to be actually seen in everyday lifestyle settings. So here we see the child reading the book on a train. We also see the child reading the book with a friend in his bedroom. And then she's actually in her lounge with popcorn, just going through the facts, looking amazed by what she's reading. And this just allows a parent to see their child in this scenario and just adds more benefits to the book. And that's is what you want to be doing with your A plus content. Each time that they're seeing a different banner, they're picturing and getting a different idea of the benefits for their child. So the next banner I wanted to create is an inside pages preview, and you can see the prompt here and the overlay text suggestion. So the headline is explore the pages inside. The benefit phrases is mind-blowing facts made easy, vivid, engaging illustrations, learning through exploration. So all you need to do is just copy and paste it. But I did slightly change the prompt. Now, if you want to use your specific interior pages, then what I do recommend is that you actually upload them to Google Flow, then copy and paste in your prompt. Then I would recommend you just deleting the part where it talks about from sample to the word engaging if you want to use your own interior pages. Otherwise, it can generate its own interior pages. So just delete that and then add the words showing the interior pages. And what we want to do is before the comma, just add at. And then what we want to do before the comma is just add at, and then we want to actually use the specific interior page. So we'll add one there, and then next to it, also add the other interior page. So just at again, and then we've got that specific interior pages. So it knows exactly which interior pages to use. And then we'll just add actually the front cover. So we'll just at again, and then we'll have actually the cover. And then I just added the words in the background and then just hit enter, and you can see the results that it produced here. This is one of the banners, and this is the second banner that it produced, and you can see the exact same prompt here. We don't really see the book in the background, but again, it is still consistent with all the other A plus content that has been produced, and it still looks absolutely amazing. And we've got all the words also. So we've got the mind-blowing facts made easy, we've got vivid engaging illustrations, and then we've got learning through exploration as well. So it's produced another outstanding result. So after this, we've got a use case and versatility. So this will just show the different use cases of the book and how it's useful in any situation. And you can see the prompt here and the overlay text suggestions are perfect for every situation. And there's several benefit phrases such as independent reading or group fun, great for gifts or travel, encourages questions and discovery. And then we can see the two banners that it produced just here and here. So again, it just shows different children and how they're using the book as well. So these are more cartoons. If you want more realistic people, then just add the words realistic into the prompt. But it's got all the words correct. And again, it just looks very consistent on brand. You can see that the font there is really on brand. And it just lets a customer know all the different uses of the book. Then after this, we have comparison slash value banner, and this will just allow you to compare your book and really highlight the benefits of your books over others. So we can see the prompt here, the headline, and we can see the benefit phrases. It's more engaging than standard facts books with vibrant, easy to read illustrations and packed with fun learning content. So again, you can always actually change these and add your own as well if you want to highlight even more benefits. But let's take a look at the banner results. And we've got this banner and this banner here, which again look really amazing. Just to think something like this can be created in seconds is amazing. And we have it contrasted against another generic fact book. Again, I didn't give it much information about this, but this is something that it's come up with that just shows the level of intelligence that it can actually come up with its own text and information and images. So we get that fantastic contrast. So customers will really see the benefit of getting your book over the other generic fact books that may be out there. And now we have the final banner, which is the curiosity slash imagination closing banner. And here we've got the prompt, we've got the overlay text suggestion, and the headline is to fuel your child's imagination with several benefit phrases. And let's take a look at the output. So we can see these two images here, and they just really aim just to be that final banner just to ensure that the customer really wants to get the book. So we can see the words spark curiosity and creativity, discover amazing facts every day, a must have for young explorers. So as I said before, it just all really works to ensure that the customer has all the information to persuade them to get it. I also created the same banners for another coloring book here using the exact same prompts. So I've still used this same prompt. All I've done was change the book title and the description, then put that into ChatGPT. So this is a C scene, bold and easy coloring book, and I've added a description here. It's produced the exact same prompts that I can just copy and paste with the cover into ChatGPT, and we can see the outstanding results here. So we've got the hero banner. We also have key benefits and features banner just here, which looks really amazing. Again, it's always consistent when you're using this type of detailed prompt. Then we have the lifestyle scene. So we see a child just coloring in pages from the coloring book. So we can see who it's specifically targeted for. Then we've got interior pages here. And with this, I actually just copied and pasted this prompt straight into Google Flow. I didn't actually try to edit the prompt in any way. As you can see here, that just shows you that Google Flow can generate its own interior coloring pages, which is absolutely mind blowing. After this, we have more use cases for the book. So we just see realistic children and how they're using the book, whether at home, travel, in a car ride, or with the family as well. And then we finally got the then we also have the curiosity and closing banner. So I also quickly realized that the comparison slash value banner hadn't been created. So I quickly did go and generate this. And you can see the outstanding results here that it's actually been able to show our cover and book on the left hand side. Then it's created its own ideas here on the right hand side with the generic coloring book and coloring images. And then also features of those generic coloring books. And it's done it also here with this image as well. You can see the child crying. So there is so much creativity using this tool and AI. And just using this easy free prompt, you can see the types of fantastic banners that we are able to create. Now you just have the option to choose which five you really like and that promotes your book in the best way possible. And it just highlights again how much AI is really just leveling out the game. You're able to now take your books to that next level, promoting it using A plus content. Using something like this will definitely take your books to the next level. I will leave this prompt for you in the description. So if it's something that you want to test out in Google Flow, make sure you do. And also make sure you sign up for my free newsletter that's sent out weekly. But thanks for watching and let me know if you found this useful in the comments.